Good morning everyone. So welcome again sa ating second live webinar, which is yung business registration for startups series number 2. So etong natin, 'di ba, yung first live webinar natin about sa individual. So ngayon, which is yung DTI, ngayon naman sa SEC registration. So A must know for partnership and corporation. So yun, partnership and corporation siya. So okay, syempre papakilala muna ako as your host for today. Okay, I am Romel A. Des Jr. from Holy Angel University and fourth year na rin ako doon, and also an intern here at MBH Online and Business Solutions. So okay, so reminder ko lang sa inyo, sa mga viewers natin, syempre live webinar, so kung meron kayong mga questions or meron bang mga part na hindi kayo naiintindihan, feel free na mag-comment kayo sa natin sa FB, sa comment box dyan. Comment lang kayo ng mga tanong nyo and i-cater natin yan later sa pa-end na ng natin live webinar. Okay? So, first of all, i-introduce muna natin yung ating mga reporters and also presenters and also our special guest. Okay? So, for our first presenter, okay, Trisha Jane Avila. So she is a student intern at MBH Online and Business Solution, fourth year Bachelor of Science in Accountancy at Holy Angel University. She is also a Dean's Lister from 2019 up to 2020. Also a member of Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants in Holy Angel University from 2018 up to 2021. And once again, she is Trisha Jane Avila. Then next, for our next presenter, she is also a student intern at MBH Online Accounting and Business Solution, a fourth year Bachelor of Science in Accountancy at Holy Angel University. She is also a Dean's Lister from 2018 up to 2020. Also a member of Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants in Holy Angel University from 2018 up to 2021, and also a Zero Advisor Certified. None other than Janela Pauline Tayan. So for our special guest, so hindi basta-basta yung special guest natin kasi siya yung CEO and founder of MBH Online Accounting and Business Solution, and under kami lahat sa kanya, which is Miss Myla B. Hernandez.
So thank you for that, Romel. Now we will start our discussion about the SEC registration. So before you can legally operate your business in the Philippines, you have to register with the important government agencies, and one of them is the Securities and Exchange Commission if you are a non-individual, such as corporations, partnerships, and associations. The SEC is the public government administrative organization charged of management over the corporate area, the capital market members, and the protections and speculation instruments market, and the assurance of the contributing public. So in short, ang SEC ang in charge ng non-individual entities. They are not the same with DTI kasi yung entities na required to register with the SEC has a distinct personality. Ibig sabihin, it is treated as another person. Also, SEC oversees both sides of the investment securities market. Kasama na dito both foreign and local investors na gustong magtayo ng corporations, partnerships, or associations dito sa Pilipinas. So next is ano-ano yung business entities that are required to register with the SEC. First is the stock corporation. These are the domestic corporations, and yung bagong addition to the business entities under SEC is the OPC or the one-person corporation, and another is the resident foreign corporations, and these are the branch offices, representative office, regional headquarters, and regional operating headquarters. So noon, when we say corporations, it must consist of at least 5 persons and not more than 15 persons. But because of the Republic Act 11232 or the Revised Corporation Code of the Philippines was introduced, so last February 2019, meron na tayo ngayong OPC or the one-person corporation, and pwede na rin na only 2 or more incorporators ang meron sa isang corporation. So the next entity that is required to register with the SEC is the non-stock corporation. These are the non-governmental organizations or NGOs, the foundations, associations, and religious organizations. And lastly, the partnerships, which includes the general and limited partnerships. So other businesses that were not mentioned before will most likely fall under the DTI instead of SEC. So let's move on to the requirements. The documentary requirements for registering with the SEC depends on the industry or nature of the business. However, in general, this is what you need to prepare. So the first is the Articles of Incorporation. This is a set of formal documents that must be filed para malegally document ang formation ng corporation. So the contents of the Articles of Incorporation includes the name of the corporation, the specific purpose or purposes for which the corporation is being incorporated, the place where the principal office of the corporation is to be located, which must be within the Philippines, the term of which the corporation is to exist, the names, nationalities, and residences of the incorporators, the number of directors or trustees, the names, nationalities, and residences of persons who shall act as directors or trustees until the first regular directors or trustees are duly elected and qualified. If it be a stock corporation, the amount of its authorized capital stock and the number of shares into which it is divided. If it be a non-stock corporation, the amount of its capital, the names, nationalities of the contributors, and the amount contributed by each. Next is the name of the treasurer in trust, the transfer clause, and such other matters as are not inconsistent with law and which the incorporators may deem necessary and inconvenient. So the next requirement is the bylaws of the corporation. It is a legal document na mag-guide sa internal management ng corporation. It includes the rules and regulations governing the corporation's day-to-day operations. So bylaws are not the same as articles of incorporation. The articles are a short document filed with your state to form your business. Bylaws are a longer, more detailed internal document. So profit and non-profit corporations should have bylaws. So the third one is the name reservation and payment form. This is for checking if na-approve yung reservation ng name mo ng SEC and if wala ba siyang kapareha ng name. So then, after ma-approve ng name mo, bibigyan ka ng SEC ng time for payment. So the next is the treasurer's report. This is a document kung saan the treasurer of the corporation signs and swears that certifies the amount of subscribed and paid by the subscribers. So the next is the bank certificate of deposit or proof of inward remittance. This is a certificate that you have savings account that holds a fixed amount of money for a fixed period of time in which the issuing bank pays interest. The next is the joint affidavit of undertaking to change name. This is just a document na pipirmahan ng owner na nagsasabing papalitan ang name ng corporation if yung name na napili mo is already taken. Next is the duly accomplished SEC Form F100. This is only for corporations with more than 40% foreign equity. Next is the Certificate of Authentication. The SEC issued the Memorandum Circular Number 16 of 2020 na nagsasabing the Certificate of Authentication where the SEC templated called the Annex A, which you can access in this link provided, which must be signed by all the incorporators. And lastly, endorsements or clearances from other government agencies, if only applicable. Some businesses or industries that require endorsements are bank, insurance companies, and pawn shops. So now, let's move on to the registration process. So the first step is the SEC name reservation. You can visit the SEC website, create an account, then reserve a name. Tips lang in this step that make sure you research different company names. Also, huwag kalimutan i-check online if there are brand names na hindi registered. So the second step is the documentary requirements which were listed earlier. Make sure that it is printed in A4 size on paper and notarized. Dapat nakasign ang lahat ng incorporators as well as sections for the treasurer and corporate secretary. So, additional info lang. Make sure na yung address na ginamit mo is commercial address and not a residential address. Kasi there is a big chance na magka-problema ka sa barangay or city level pag naghingi ka ng requirements. Also, this could result in amending your SEC papers kasi more likely mare-reject siya if home address ang gagamitin mo. Madadagdagan pa bayad mo at pati araw ng pag-asikaso mo. Kaya always be careful. So the next step is the payment and submission of the notarized documents. You can submit them to the nearest SEC office located in your area. And for the last step is the release of the certificate of registration. It depends on the content ng articles of incorporation and other documents kung ang application is accepted or not. If rejected, you will just need to make some revisions, then submit again. If the application is accepted, you will receive your SEC Certificate of Registration. This is your proof na you have already registered your business name with the SEC. Just remember that this only means na you have reserved your name with the SEC. It doesn't mean na you are allowed to operate legally. Kasi you still need to complete the entire registration process, which is going to be discussed sa mga susunod na webinar. So now, Ms. Janela will take over the floor to discuss the online registration process. Thank you.
Yan. Thank you, Tricia, and I would like to welcome our viewers today. So I hope you enjoy and learn something in this webinar. Tricia discussed about dun sa offline registration or yung walk-in process ng pagre-register sa Securities and Exchange Commission, right? But if you are someone like me who is a busy person or you just don't want to go through the trouble of lining up in the queue, then this SEC online registration is perfect for you. This online process is as easy as 1, 2, 3 so long as you are following the right steps. So since itong pandemic na ito, we don't know when it's going to end. It's good to know that there are other options for us to be able to register to increase our health safety. So itong health crisis na kasalukuyan pa din nating nararanasan should not hinder you from achieving your goals to register your company and make it official and legal. So without much ado, the first step to the SEC online registration is to go to the official website of SEC, which is crs.sec.gov.ph or as shown in the presentation. So tapos after nun, mag-create ka muna ng account sa website nila or yung tinatawag na Company Registration System, CRS, so if you haven't got one already. Ayan. So secondly, after creating an account, pwede mo nang i-verify yung company name na nais mo para sa iyong business. So pagka-login mo, ang bubungad sa iyo ay yung dashboard mo. Ayan, gaya ng nakikita natin dito sa slide na ito. So, and then, click the icon on the upper left corner of your dashboard para makita mo yung menu list. So dun sa list, lilitaw yung second option which is register new company. So i-click mo lang yon to start the company registration process and this will direct you to the terms and conditions page. Yan. Which is that one. So after carefully reading the terms and conditions, click mo lang yung accept located dun sa pinakababa ng page na ito to proceed to the verify company name page. Ayan. So pinapaalalahanan lang ang lahat ng mga magre-register through the online system na pakaisipang mabuti yung mga choices na ilalagay natin dito sa step na ito dahil makakaapekto ito sa mga susunod na steps na gagawin natin. So if we are not cautious, pwedeng ulitin natin yung entire registration process mula umpisa. Okay? So next, dito na nga yung start ng pagpipili ng mga types. So for example, company type, whether it is a stock corporation or non-stock corporation or foreign stock corporation and so on. So dito rin yung company classification, major industry classification, subclass or yung mga products and or services that your company is going to offer, and then yung proposed company name. So ayan, so ito yung ipapangalan nyo sa company ninyo, and also you need to select the suffix that your company name is going to be with. So yung text box kung saan ninyo isusulat or itatype yung proposed company name is case sensitive. So kung capital lahat ng letters, ito yung mare-record ni SEC. It is also recommended na kapag capital lahat ng ginamit ninyo for the name, then piliin ninyo yung suffix na all capital letters din. Then click lang yung validate option para makita natin if taken na ba yung company name na napili mo. And this may take a while. Yan. So take note lang na even though validated na yung name, is subject pa din siya for further evaluation ni SEC. So once your proposed company name has been validated, you may choose which SEC office you would like to submit your registration to. So make sure lang na na-fill out nyo lahat ng mga may asterisks. Yan. And then, click mo lang yung next button which will lead you to the confirm verification summary page as shown in the presentation. Ayan. So si SEC ay binibigyan kanya ng until 4 days para i-confirm yung mga details na inilagay mo dyan. So if you wish to modify anything, then feel free to do so by clicking yung edit button sa mga right side ng section headers. So if you are happy with your decisions, then click save and exit para ma-confirm, and then babalik ka sa dashboard, or click save and proceed to confirm the name verification summary and go to the next step. Ayan. So dito sa third step of the online process, dito na yung pag-fill out ng mga other details of your company. So if you click yung save and exit sa last step, then pagka-login mo, makikita mo yung application mo sa dashboard, and just simply click the transaction number, ayan, sa left side. And then, mapupunta tayo sa Add Company Information page. So dito yung mga details such as economic zone and principal office address. Ayan. So once done, you may once again choose between save and exit or next. So we are now in the fourth step. So sa next page, lilitaw yung mga registration guidelines based sa company type na napili mo. So itong nasa slide, kung nakikita ninyo, yung example natin is isang stock corporation. So you have 30 days to complete the company registration process. So dito mo din makikita yung mga restrictions such as yung minimum contribution requirement, how many incorporators, how many directors, and so on. And finally, makikita mo rin what documents you are required to submit to register your company. So you may print yung mga forms na ito para sa mga signatures and then scan para ma-upload. So yan, and then click next ulit. Yan, so the fifth step is to add the company details. So sa add company details page, iba-iba yung mga requirements and options depende sa pinili mong company type. So dito sa step na ito, dito na ilalagay yung mga details such as yung purpose, term of existence, capital structure, number of corporators, individual corporators, corporate subscribers if there are any, foreign equity detail if applicable, contact information, business activity, and bylaws information. Likewise, click save and exit if you wish to go back to your dashboard, or click next if you wish to proceed. So next step is to upload all the required documents na nakita natin dun sa registration guidelines. So yung mga nakalist doon is yun yung mga documents na i-upload natin for this step. And then seventh step is the waiting game. Ayan, so hihintayin lamang natin yung email message ni SEC na nagsasabi kung magkano yung mga fees, and also dito rin malalaman if meron silang compliance findings, and if so, then do the necessary revisions and then submit and upload the documents. So next step is the payment of the fees. So pagka naka-receive ka na ng email from SEC, i-print mo lamang yung order of payment and then you may pay via Land Bank online account, debit card payments through the Land Bank portal, GCash payment through the Land Bank portal as well, and over the counter through Land Bank or SEC counter. After paying, upload the proof of payment in the company registration system to wait for the notification of submission of documents and completion of the process. So ninth step is to bring the hard copies of the registration documents in SEC and submit them to have it stamped received. And then lastly, wait ulit natin yung email message ni SEC para sa release of Certificate of Incorporation, or you may follow up SEC for the specific date for release of certificate. For obtaining your Certificate of Incorporation, you have two options. So first, you may pick up the certificate sa mismong office ng SEC, or you may opt to buy return courier, which is the courier or envelope system, and then ilalagay doon yung Certificate of Incorporation mo and i-deliver sa bahay ninyo or sa business address ninyo or yung address ng authorized representative na nilagay mo dun sa Articles of Incorporation. Ayan, and we have additional information lang. If you're going to choose the delivery system doon sa step number 10, then it is recommended for you to buy already the stock and transfer book kapag sinubmit mo yung mga hard copies sa SEC office, which is nasa step number 9. Kasi di ba di ka nababalik sa office ni SEC noon kapag pinadeliver mo na. Pero kung ipipick up mo naman sa step number 10, then pwedeng dun mo na lang bilhin yung stock and transfer book na nada-download for 400 pesos. So dati kasi piniprint yon and then nada-download mo siya sa SEC website and then ipiprint mo siya and then pupunta ka pa sa mga school supply stores and then papabook bind mo siya. Pero ngayon more convenient na siya kasi bibilin mo na lang siya mismo dun sa SEC office. So hindi ka na magda-download, hindi ka na magpo-print ng maraming papers at hindi ka na rin papabook bind. So nandun na lahat siya. And in hardbound copy na rin siya. Ayan. So there you go, just like that. You may now register your company to SEC via online without having to go through hassle as well as assuring you of your health safety, di ba? Ayan. So now we proceed to a couple of questions that we have acquired ahead of time. Ayan. So firstly, one of the requirements needed to complete the registration with Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC is the duly accomplished SEC Form F100. So who are the individuals prescribed to fulfill this form? So the answer to that is corporations with more than 40% foreign equity.
The next question is, do you need to have a mayor's or business permit first before applying for registration of your business on Securities and Exchange Commission? So the answer is no. Because naglabas yung na Revenue Memorandum Circular 57 series of 2020 na removing of the mayor's permit as one of the mandatory requirements in the BIR registration. So before, yung process ng pag-register ng business mo is first you will register from DTI or SEC, then proceed to barangay, then municipal, then last is the BIR. Pero ngayon, because of the Revenue Memorandum Circular 57 series of 2020, you can now register after SEC or DTI, proceed now to the BIR, then you can register your business to barangay and municipal lastly. Pero it doesn't mean na na last na yung barangay tsaka municipal, you don't need to register anymore. You still need to register para legally ma-operate mo yung business mo. Next po.
Ayan. So, at this juncture, we will proceed to the questions and answers with Ms. Myla B. Hernandez, who is the CEO and founder of MBH Online Accounting and Business Solutions. Hello po, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Janela. Thank you, Tricia. Ayan. Sa pag-discuss ng SEC registration. Ayan. So, before, kwentuhan natin yung mga viewers natin. Before, wala pa yung OPC, hindi pa siya pwedeng i-online. Yung OPC at saka yung 2 or more persons na na magpapa-register as corporation. And then ngayon, since nung nagkaroon ng COVID pandemic, and na siya, included na siya sa online registration. Yan. Para sa sa mga nakakaalam, mas okay pa din na mabilis na ngayon. Mabilis na ang process pagka online registration. Hindi tulad noon na abutin siya talaga ng months, 'di ba? Months, 1 month to 3 months para matapos mo yung buong process. Mas simplified na ngayon yung mga kailangan at saka hindi na rin yung balik-balik. Kung ilang beses kang magbabalik sa SEC to stamp the book, mag-upload, i-pick up ng SEC certificate and all. Ayan. So, this is the updated version. Itong itong webinar series natin, this is the updated version kung paano tayo magpapa-register sa SEC. Okay? And then, nabanggit din ni Trisha about yung offline procedure, and then si Janela yung ating online procedure. Okay, so dito, hindi lang kasama ang mga cooperatives. Okay, kasi ang SEC, di ba, is a group of individuals. Ibig sabihin, more than one ang owners. Or kapag isa ang owner, which is the OPC na tinatawag. So, separate po ang pag-register kapag po CDA or yung cooperatives. Pero po yung mga association, yung mga group of religious organizations, dito rin po yun sa SEC. Ayan. So, to clarify, kanina nabanggit din ni Janela about doon sa para hindi na ulit bumalik yung sa bilhin ng stock and transfer book. Hindi na po kayo mahihirapan ngayon na mag-print pa and magpa-bookbind, di ba, hardbound, tapos babalik mo ulit sa SEC to stamp, di ba? So na siya, meron nang nabibili mismo sa loob ng SEC, ng stock and transfer book. Kung ikaw naman ay located, okay, outside Manila area or malayo talaga ang lugar mo, it's pa rin, good option kapag sa step number 9, which is yung ipapasa mo na yung mga documents, is bumili na po kayo ng courier para isasend na lang po sa inyo yung inyong SEC certificate. Pero po pag malapit lang naman kayo sa Manila, let's say sa Manila po ang location mo na napili for the SEC office, 'di ba? Pag malapit kayo, mas maganda pa rin na bumalik, pick upin yung ating SEC certificate. Kasi kapag courier, it will last a week or a month bago makarating sa'yo. Okay, hindi katulad ng kapag nag-email sa'yo ang SEC na ready for pick up na po, makukuha mo din nung araw na yun. Pero syempre, hassle, okay, pag malayo ang location mo, you need to travel, mas mahal pa ang travel, di ba, yung pagsakay ng eroplano or ng barko, di ba, pagpunta ng Manila. So, much better, ang piliin na lang yung courier. Ayan. So, any more, meron pa ba kayong gustong i-share, Janela and Trisha? Okay na? So, dito naman sa ating mga viewers, baka meron silang questions. Let's answer them.
Yes po. So the first question is, how many years is the validity of SEC registration? So the answer is 5 years. So the 5-year period shall commence from the date of the aforesaid approval by the Securities and Exchange Commission. The next question.
Yeah, wait lang. Dagdagan lang, tama yon. Tama yon. Tawag ito, Trisha. This is 5 years, no? Meron kasi mga company na nagpa-register lang sa SEC or sa DTI na hindi na nagtutuloy, di ba? Hindi na sila nagtutuloy-tuloy. Like, magpaparegister na sa BIR, sa barangay, di ba? And the mayors, di ba? Hindi na sila nagtutuloy. Kumuha lang sila ng SEC at kumuha lang sila ng DTI certificate, di ba? So, ito, yung name ninyo, automatic, after 5 years, like DTI certification, ang validity lang nito is 5 years. And then automatic, after 5 years, kapag hindi natin siya ni-review, ay ni-renew, is mawawala na, magiging available na yung name ng company natin. Okay?
And so we have another question. So sabi dito, how long does it take to register a business in SEC? So
Okay. How long? Okay. How long? Okay. Sige, sagutin ko yan. I recently registered sa SEC. Okay. So, nag-start ako ng Friday. Okay. Ang ginawa ko is online registration. Okay. So, sa Friday is nag-online register. Okay? And then after nun, nakalagay na din na after some mga 2 hours after, so na-approve na yung name. Na-approve na yung name. So kailangan lang kapag capital letters, make sure na yung kung ano yung pagkaka-type mo is ganun mo siya gagamitin. May uppercase and lowercase, dapat pare-pareho. And also they will give you, magtatanong sa sayo, you will be operating in the name of, may ganon. So, kapag ang pangalan mo is merong INC, di ba may mga suffixes? So, pag yung trade name, no, dinadrop na yung mga suffixes. So, para lang sa mga bago na magre-register, para hindi na kayo ma-delay ng another 3 to 5 days, working days, di ba? So, make sure lang na kasi yung reason kung bakit na-decline or na-disapprove yung company name. So, dapat the company name with the suffix and the trade name without any suffixes. Okay? Example is MBH Online Accounting and Business Solutions Inc. That's the company. Pero you will be operating in the business name of MBH Online Accounting and Business Solutions without the suffix. Okay. And then, after a week, okay, once na approve na yung name, again, ibigyan na kayo ng order of payment. So, 3 to 5 days, okay na siya. Once you upload the payment, done na siya. Bibigyan na kayo ng email for your appointment doon sa SEC to drop your documents. Okay, isasubmit na yung mga documents na notaryado and all, yan ganon. And then, kinabukasan, mismo din, you will, actually, do the day, nung sinubmit mo yung mga documents mo, makaka-receive ka na ng email na sinasabi na you can now pick up your certificate, SEC certificate, kinabukasan mismo. So, kapag ikaw ay nagpa-register ng Monday at tuloy-tuloy siya, walang hassle, mapipick up mo yung iyong SEC certificate on Friday, 5 working days within a week. So, take note lang, kaya nga sabi ko, yung trade name, i-drop nyo lang yung suffix kasi makaka-delay siya ng 2 to 3 days for the i-ano mo ulit siya i-correct for correction and then submit na naman ulit. Yun lang. Next question, baka meron pa. Or you have something to add? Baka meron kayo experience with this, Janella and Trisha, na you want to share?
I don't really have experience po, ma'am. Pero gaya nga po ng nabanggit ko po kanina dun po sa ating pagpaparegister online is kailangan talaga na pakaisipin natin mabuti yung mga details na ilalagay natin, and also we must be cautious when we are inputting the details para hindi na magkakaroon ng mga delays.
Correct.
So,
Next
next
question.
question. Which types of businesses require registration with the SEC? So, yung mga business entities that is required to register with the SEC are the stock corporations, which are the domestic corporations, one-person corporations, and the resident foreign corporations. Also is the non-stock corporations, the NGOs, foundations, associations, and religious organizations. And lastly, partnerships, which includes the general and limited partnerships.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question.
So next question is, does SEC have restrictions on business names? Ayan. So
Ayan.
SEC can disapprove a business name kapag meron siyang kapareho or it is confusingly similar sa ibang mga existing corporations na or yung other name protected by the law. So it can also disapprove yung business name mo kapag deceptive siya, confusing, or contrary siya sa mga existing laws.
Correct. Meron pang question?
The next question is, what are the purposes for non-stock corporations that the SEC allows? So non-stock corporations may be formed for charitable, religious, educational, professional, cultural, fraternal, literary, scientific, social, civic service, or similar purposes such as trade, industry, agricultural, and similar chambers, or any combination thereof according to the Revised Corporation Code, Section 87.
Yes, correct. Basta mga tawag dito. Mostly mga non-profit organizations.
Yes.
So next question is, can all the stockholders in a corporation be foreigners? So the answer to that is yes, and provided that all the requirements for incorporators under the corporation code are complied with. And this is true for registration under dun sa Foreign Investment Act of 1991 as amended by RA 8179. So yes.
Ang sabi ni teacher, ito, 100,
Is there any other question?
Okay. So,
Yun
no more
lang po yung
questions.
question.
Thank you. Thank you sa ating moderator na nag-collate ng mga questions ng ating mga viewers. So, I would like also to thank Janella and Trisha for being here this morning para i-share sa atin how to register the SEC. Yan. How to register in SEC. Thank you so much. Let's invite them. Let's invite them on the next series.
So ayun, thank you po sa ating mga presenters and to our special guest which is Miss Miley Hernandez. So eto mag-share screen po ako ulit. And so eto naman yung sa ating next webinar. Okay. So for sure ngayon, 'di ba, meron kayong natutunan like before. So panigurado kung corporation or partnership kayo, panigurado dito nyo malalaman step by step. Kasi di ba kanina pa nga doon sa SEC online registration and offline, step by step kung ano yung mga requirements, di ba? So, for sure, kung nakinig ka, sana, di ba, yung mga natin. Ayun. So, para din naman sa iyo to, di ba? So, ini-invite ko kayo for our next live webinar. Ang live webinar namin about naman sa BIR. So, after ng di ba, after ng DTI, after ng SEC, meron naman tayong BIR. So, offline and online din to. And presented by Alaysa Media Bonero, kay Zairil Reyes, and also to our guest speaker, kay Myla B. Hernandez, founder and CEO of MBH Online Accounting and Business Solutions. So, kailan ba to? Di ba kailan din to? So, syempre, next Saturday, October 16, 2021, and 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So ayun lang, and maraming salamat sa mga nanood and also sa mga nag-drop ng questions nila, sa mga nag-share, sa mga nag-like ng aming ng live stream, and pagpatuloy niyo lang po sa pagsubaybay po natin dahil hindi rin to para sa inyo hindi lang to para sa amin kundi para sa inyo kasi we help your business to soar. So thank you and God bless everyone.